keep my back from seizing up while I'm sitting here so long. These chairs, I will melt into this frickin' chair. I have to sit on the edge, otherwise I'm gonna turn into like this potato, like back here, like we're here gaming.
Welcome to the USO Gaming Complex at the Eglin Air Force Base. We're here today for the USO Commanders Cup Rocket League 3v3 tournament presented by Pratt & Whitney and Jeep. Since 1941, the USO has been the nation's leading organization to serve the men and women in the U.S. military and their families throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they joined through their assignments and deployments and as they transition back to their communities, the USO is always by their side. Let's get this started. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer, joined today by Artemis Rain, calling all of the action for you today. And Artie, this is great being here in Florida, being able to be in the arena with these competitors as they compete. As we're going into this match, it is going to be a best of five double elimination bracket, round robin followed by double eliminations.
And I do believe we have 5 teams starting out in the entire round robin as a whole. Not to give out any spoilers, so I'm going to leave names aside. I do know that there are 2 teams that are very much so favored in this tournament as a whole, but do anticipate some potential upsets. Is there some teams that are kind of dark horses going into this, especially Space Forces? We've not seen a lot of their team's action coming towards us, so it'll be very interesting to see what they bring to the table today.
Yeah, it's great that we have a very broad representation of all the branches of the U.S. military, and some of these we don't know that much about. We don't know what Space Force is going to bring to the table. We have the 2 kind of top dogs that everyone's kind of expecting to make it in the bracket, but that's what's great about these tournaments is that you always have those sleepers that kind of rise up to the occasion, and I'd expect at least one team to really surprise us as the events play out for this day. And what they are playing for is ultimate bragging rights and a great USO Commanders Cup trophy that we have on display here in the arena. You can see it. Overall, the front of that trophy also has little plaques dedicated to each year that these teams win, so they're looking to get their name on there for all time here and forever. And we're going to take a first match at the USO, a first look at the matchup of our USO Commanders Cup. Looks like we're going to be having the Space Force versus the Army in today's first match. Yeah, you'd probably need to label them in terms of either that or I have a cheat sheet that I can... Yeah.
Label the what?
The team names, so like we know what the logos are.
Oh, yeah, that would be lovely. I'm pretty sure Space Force was on the right, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the logos, but if they're not using the actual branch logos, I'm going to be up shit creek knee deep without a paddle.
Yeah. Okay, we can run through again. We also need to get that intro audio fixed.
Yeah, we have absolutely no audio for majority of the opener.
Okay, so there's one, that's U.S. Army and Space Force Gaming. Okay.
Yeah, and apparently Space Force is going to be Instinct and Kill.
They're moving onwards and upwards.
So they got sniped and scouted and taken over to Space Force. I see how it is.
Yeah.
No more having cocktail hour at my house with Emiliano. They're going to be moving. Gosh dang it.
Just that one picture from Diggle is just getting to me.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Are those?
Do I even recognize these people?
The people on the left, I really don't know who they are.
But they obviously got them in the arena to wear the jerseys to do the photos.
Yeah.
But I don't know I don't know even at club level if I've seen these people at all.
So they must actually be.
Are they, you know what, I think they're the Smash players.
I have yet to meet or see any of the Smash players.
Considering they also just won a tournament.
I feel so horrible, but
yeah.
yeah. At least they're smiling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what photo Doc chose for my All-Stars photo, because I'm going up on the wall, and I'm like, I hope it's the one that I'm smiling in to, like, break up the dichotomy of, like, this frowny face. But I know I have one frowny face player photo, too, and I'm like, if he chose that one, that's real unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like that. That's just my resting face. I know I look very angry. Hey Ray, can you hear us right now?
Oh, yeah, they're gonna have to get that.
Mm,
Yeah, rotate the flags a bit more.
No, so what they're doing is they're trying to like line it up so that they're able to just easily rotate it, but I don't know if like hey, so the entire intro we had no audio. Was that supposed to happen? Oh, okay, thank you. We were just like, "Oh god." Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's almost like a fish lens. No, you're not schizophrenic.
Yeah, I'll probably need to run through again just because I'm getting used to the script that first time.
The USO scripts are always a little bit wordy. I found that.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I was thinking, like, during that first run through, it's like the words are coming out of my mouth, but I am not happy with what I'm saying. I need to run through this again.
Yeah, I totally understand. I had to do this one read for this local beef jerky brand for Albany. And the funny part is that all of prod staff at this tournament knew I was vegan and not by choice.
Oh, wow.
And we had the jerky there, and they're, like, eating it to make fun of me. But then they're like, Artie, go for a read on jerky. And I was like, it's me? And so I had to read, like, all of this, like, because it's, like, a very long description about how it's made and, like, how, like, the process is all natural and stuff like that. And I'm, like, salivating reading this. But it's long.
Tender, juicy to the touch.
And I'm just like, are you...
Prime aged.
You evil people. The weirdest part, though, is that, like, I've never seen another production actually... Like, I get that they brought us here, but they set it up with the intent of us being here and using show flow and things of that nature. Where it's like, other tournaments I've gone to, they're just like, when it pops up, make sure you do the read, and, like, you have the read on a sticky note.
Yep.
Or they're just like, don't forget to talk about it, and they'll just, like, when you talk about it, they put it up. And I'm like, there's a lack of cohesion here. America runs on Dunkin'. Scan the QR code in the corner.
Scan the QR.
Now
They
to
do
find
realize
out where the closest Dunkin' is near you. Yeah,
1,000 miles away. To find out how far you are from the nearest Dunkin' location, scan the QR code.
I just, like, it was so funny because it gave me flashbacks to when I used to do, like, student tours on campuses in Seattle where the people would be like, jokingly, like, pull up with the Starbucks app and find a location near me because, like, it runs out of, like, space. It stops at 50. Where it's like, find the nearest Dunkin', scroll.
What's the Dunkin' equivalent of a caramel macchiato?
I have absolutely no idea because a caramel macchiato is an abomination to begin with.
Oh, okay.
So that third key.
As far as abominations go, I do like it. So.
That's valid. I'm a former Starbucks employee. I got the green tea, like, latte. I tended to avoid anything that had a lot of the thicker syrups in them.
Sure.
Not because they're, like, gross or bad for you, it's just there's just a lot of sugar.
Yep.
But it was so funny. Like, my first day working there, my coworker got off, and he was like, can I get a 7-shot latte? And I was like, you're joking, right? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. And then I realized he did opening. And the next time I opened, I was like, can I get a 7-shot latte? And he was picking up the next shift, and he was like, welcome to the family.
Yep.
And I was like, all of us are going to die of heart failure as I'm walking out. Yep. I think I need to wash my shoes.
I know it's like, 1 part coffee, 20 parts cream and sugar.
Yeah.
But
like the coffee
to be fair,
ratio.
I like really don't like bitter tastes whatsoever. So it's like that's the only drink I can
I
stand.
totally understand that. And that never actually really was something I focused on until just now, because like, yeah, being a barista, you know the amount of milk you're supposed to put in, but I'm realizing that like even like the standard amount of shots that you put into like a venti cup
Hmm.
versus the amount of milk that we put into that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, you're really just paying for the milk. You're paying for fancy milk.
Yep.
And it's not that hard to make. If we can make it in under 90 seconds, you too can do it at home. That's all I
Sure.
gotta say. I also, when I was really tired but didn't want to get something like super, super caffeinated but had some caffeine to give me a kick, it was a thing called a shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark.
Yeah, you get drip coffee and then you get an espresso shot dropped right down inside of it.
Oh, okay.
So it was hella bitter, but it did wake you up pretty quickly. Is it not supposed to be centered?
Not sure. I noticed all the flags have gold trim on them except the Space Force, which has silver trim.
I think the gold would look a little bit strange against the Space Force
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's the better decision. I was just.
From a visually appealing aesthetic.
I do love the logo.
If the name just didn't have this goofy connotation
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
that's. I wonder what you could, you know.
I mean, like, it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. It totally makes sense. But I'm just like, because of,
The unfortunate timing of the parody.
yeah. And it is one heck of a parody. That looks like a fish lens. Correct me if I'm wrong. The way that it's like warping at the edges.
Oh, a fish lens.
Yeah, it looks like a fish lens. Oh, no, no, no. We're just chilling while stuff's getting fixed in prod.
That actually blends in so well with the flag. I'm kind of shocked.
A wee bit.
Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Oh wait, no. Okay, I thought that was something. Never mind.
I was like looking at it like, I
I
don't
wish
see
it was.
that.
I thought that the Space Force flag at the very top had like the Delta symbol that's like on there. Like
Oh,
that'd be
I
a
gotcha.
cool way to finish off the flag
I
at the
gotcha.
top. But no, it's the same. They all have the pointing thing. And also, that is some nice font on the Space Force too. That is clean font.
Mm-hmm. I think it's sans serif versus serif font for the
Yep,
rest.
no serifs.
It's just sans serif fonts typically are the more modern looking ones, and I like them.
Serifs are so 20th century.
Well, the serif fonts are what's required for APA formatted papers, and I hate
Mm-hmm.
them because they all have like those tails and stuff on them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I like the
Yep.
sleek like Arial, which is a sans serif font, which isn't legal for research purposes. And I'm just like, bite me. Oh,
I
that's
see.
giving me anxiety.
I remember watching a video of people playing. All the characters were fonts, and they were like personified fonts. And the villain of the video said, "If you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna cut off all their serifs." No, not my serifs.
Oh God. Well, I think my grandpa just texted me saying he made it home safe. Thank God.
Okay.
I really don't know how he did, but he did.
Okay, I don't think that's the angle we need. I don't.
Supreme.
Oh, okay. I see what they're going for.
It's a very much so gaudy angle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe they just need to move the trophy back a little so it's like not bathed in the. Oh, I think the army is last year's champions, so we can have that and a feather in our cap for talking points.
I'm just trying to figure out when we're supposed to talk about the Nevada incident.
The Nevada incident. We have recovered from the unfortunate scrolling text incident.
I showed that to my parents, and my mom was like, "How can it get worse?" And she's like, "It got worse."
I always love using the term incident because it reminds me of Alton Brown and Good Eats on the episode where he had Nicholas Appert and Peter Duran, the inventor of canning, and the tin can on in the same episode. And then later in the episode, he said, of course, following the unfortunate results of the Appert-Duran incident, I.
Yeah, I also really want to make sure I get pants because it's chilly in here, and wearing my dress tomorrow. Oh.
Okay, that looks better.
Am I about to be murdered? Um, much less gaudy than it did earlier.
Yeah,
I think they might have been Axiom Prod staff, not us, though.
that looks better. I like that.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ha, yes, we probably look very creepy.
Yeah, just move it back. So
Oh, we're gonna get blinded.
Oh no.
My retinas, they're already going downhill. This is it. Adios.
I love how we're both like leaning back ready. We're bracing.
Okay, he's vouching for us.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
problem.
we gotta stop letting it go sleepy time.
That's a real problem. What was that sound?
Oh, that's someone's phone notification.
Oh, okay.
Where did you get water from, by the way?
There's a machine over there.
Okay, I'm assuming it's ice cold though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Ugh. I'm already cold. That's not a good idea. I'll be shivering if I drink that. I mean, theoretically speaking, because of the angle the light's coming from, if they were to pull the black flag more forward or to the left instead of putting the American flag there, it would absorb more of the light that's being put down from the upper left and prevent some of this reflection.
That is true. But there might also be,
I think there's a rule with
yeah,
how they
that
have to
of
be
how
ordered.
they have to be lined up.
Don't you want to put like a black X on it or something?
Oh, that's warm all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, that's very warm. It's pulling all the white light down there. Oh, that's good.
Okay, that's good.
That's great.
That's the yeah. I mean, it's off center, but it's also following a rule of thirds, I suppose.
Oh,
So.
the off center's making my brain twitch. Oh, trying to make
They were
it
like,
worse.
"You're complaining about off center. We'll show you off center."
I see you. I know you're screwing with me. Don't make it worse. Oh. Oh yeah, I think Ray might be muted, but I know they can hear us, obviously. So with our our solo cams, are we like our shoulders appearing in each other's cameras right now, or at least our legs or something? Because if they are, we've kind of just mutually agreed that when we go to the solo shots, we'll just kind of lean out awkwardly, if that makes sense. If that's necessary. As a dead air between us, it's real telling. I know they're busy. We're just gonna run with the assumption, and then a commercial break we can ask. I just love how it's like text.
Or we could do the exact opposite
And
of
like,
leaning out, and we could just lean in.
Oh, from Anchorman. Yes, absolutely brilliant. We'll just make it extremely awkward, and I'll be like, yeah? Is that what you think? Or be like, what's the ad read? I need to style my hair tomorrow, that is for sure. I look greasy. Oh, no, you're fine. We both realized it. We're like, oh, we need to be fidgeting with it. Oh no. Callum's phone was plugged in right back there. I gotta be careful. That's gonna give me anxiety. Jeep. It's what's for dinner.
It's what's for dinner.
I don't know if you've ever gone to the BSU football games, but when they do the Double R Ranch Club, they're like, beef, it's what's for dinner. So anything that's 4 letters, I'll just say that. Wait, what? Blizzard's coming under fire for something that's trademarked on the first point of Dorado. Oh.
Let me look it up.
So, it's not actually Blizzard, it's a complete joke.
Oh.
But it unironically looks a lot like the square in Dorado.
Oh, it does.
Like, it actually is the same layout. They might actually.
I thought it was Dorado, honestly, from that distance. I was.
Yeah, actually, people are trying to see if Blizzard's gonna sue. People are thinking it's an intentional sleeper account that is owned by Blizzard that just posted that.
This is the only type of gag I can do with another guy because it would look too creepy otherwise, but I do want to throw off another caster by doing this at some point. Sorry, I reround too much. It will be up here.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah, that is straight up the Dorado Plaza. The payload's probably miles away.